Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kissimmee Civic Center here in Central Florida. It's match number 2 out of 4 in pool play this afternoon as the Kentucky Christian University Lady Knights battle the Arlington Baptist College Patriots. 27-13 in a nation-high 40 matches. This team plays all the time. There's Wells, the middle, for Arlington Baptist. All but 2 players on Arlington Baptist are from the state of Texas. As Kentucky Christian wins that point. One, Katrina Hughes, is from Norfolk, Nebraska, and the other, Wells, the middle blocker, is from Melbourne, Florida, which is about an hour away from here. Jacqueline Wells came to this tournament last year as a senior in high school just to check out some of the teams. She watched Arlington Baptist play, started asking some questions, was interested, and later she's an All-American and she wins a point for Arlington Baptist. One of the best young middles in the country, Jacqueline Wells. Nice soft serve from the libero, Wiltshire. Kentucky Christian gets it over. Wells playing strong, and Arlington Baptist comes back from down 4-1 to tie the match. Smith blocking, setting outside for Wells. That's a strong shot. Jacqueline Wells has been such a boost for Arlington Baptist this year, signing on late in her senior season in Melbourne, Florida. She is the only Floridian on either team in this game. Wells is actually the only Floridian who will appear on this court today. Excuse me, one of 2. Erin Jarvis of Bob Jones is from Tarpon Springs, Florida. Crum serving. Wells from Florida. Rigney seems to be there every single time. There's a nice block by Wells and 4 hits on the side of KCU. Arlington Baptist wins the point. For Kentucky Christian, both have played well. Wells to the deep corner. Beautiful shot by Jacqueline Wells. And the freshman from Melbourne, Florida, playing well in front of her hometown crowd. McElhaney from the scorer's table, and Crum puts it over. Wells knocks it through, a 3-point run for Arlington Baptist. Jacqueline Wells from Melbourne, Florida, about an hour and 10 minutes away from the Kissimmee Civic Center. How about Shelby Adams? Wells again. The All-American freshman Jacqueline Wells doing her best. Was that in? Yes! Cheadle puts it over. Here's Getman. And it's blocked by Wells. Other side. McElhaney. Myers with a nice pass. Softly to the middle. Cheadle. Popped up. Long rally again, and Crum hits it into the net. Stopped by Cheadle. Wells over the top, and Arlington Baptist leads it 6-1. Currently 77 degrees and sunny outside. Just doesn't get any better than the late fall or early spring in Florida. Arlington Baptist hanging on to that lead. Wells in a third set, they are looking to sweep Manhattan Christian College. Way long by Wells, and this is a 1-point game again. Well, Jacqueline Wells has played phenomenally well. Rare to see her make an error. Wells does win the point back for Arlington Baptist.
Arlington Baptist, Randall University, and Manhattan Christian, all out of that Southwest region, all part of this 8-team field here at the National Championship. Big swing and another point for Arlington Baptist as Jacqueline Wells, the freshman from Melbourne, Florida. I'm sure Evan Weston told you her story, which is quite unique. Was at this championship last year as a spectator. Had already really committed to play at another school. Arlington Baptist, one of the few schools that actually had the major she was interested in. So she came here with her family. She started talking to people, asking about this Arlington Baptist. Dave Walton from Push the Rock was one of the people that spoke with her family. He said, I don't know much about them. They seem like a good program, a good bunch of young ladies. And next thing you knew, Jacqueline Wells was committing to Arlington Baptist. And she resides in the Sunshine State. Was going to go to a school in Florida, instead made the trek to Arlington, Texas. And it's been a pretty good fit. Best player on this team, according to their head coach, Christy McDaniel, and a second-team All-American. Quickly, 5-1 here. Arlington Baptist, it's 6-3. Opening set brought to you exclusively by Push the Rock. Visit pushtherock.org. Jacqueline Wells, sky high with an attack attempt. Good effort by Friesen to keep it alive. Back row, Barker, some emergency contact. Shayna Stark, cut shot, dug up back row by Cheadle. To Wilcher, punched over the net by Jacqueline Wells. Bridal, little quick set with Friesen. Good effort there by Arlington in that back row to get a hand on it, in particular the setter Hallie Myers, but it still goes down as a Providence 6-5. Providence a chance to tie it here. With the serve, it's Barker. Little quick set into the middle, it's Wells. It was touched up front and knocked out of play. The point to Arlington Baptist. They take a 2-point lead. It's 7-5. It's starting to get interesting here, Kyle Finley. Better knock on wood a little bit. Remember what we said earlier. Cut shot in the back row. It's Cheadle up front. Jacqueline Wells winds and fires again.
They set up the outside. Jacqueline Wells from Melbourne, Florida. Into the net goes Simon. It's 8-3. Jacqueline Wells chose to go to Arlington Baptist at this tournament last year. Saw them playing in the national championship tournament. They had a major she wanted. And there she went. And she's been named to an All-America team in her very first season. Sommerfeld on the serve. Thrown over by the setter, McNellis. And a huge drive from Wells and great defense by Wynette Sommerfeld. Just long, and Arlington wins the point. Cheadle back to serve. Wilson goes to her knees for it. Simon locked down. Wells hasn't had too much to say here in this set. She was the one who got dug there. Sommerfeld didn't take a great route to that ball. Here's Wells, and she gets the kill. Drop shot for Jacqueline Wells out of Melbourne, Florida. And Arlington Baptist has a dozen set points to work with. Myers setting Wells. Good night. Arlington Baptist takes the first set by 11. Back in 3 minutes for the second here on Torbo Sports Group. Big serve. What a dig by Cheadle. Here's Wells. What a play on both sides to keep the ball going. Excellent job. Wells. And Wilson somehow saves it. Wells. Even Jacqueline Wells can't get anything down. Wilson has been unstoppable back there. From the back row, Gibbs. To the outside, Wells. Down the line and in, and it's a one-point game. Back and forth here. Wilcher decides to play it. Here's Wells. Through the block and down, and this is a one-point ball game once again. Wells checks in for Hughes. Simon delivers. Gibson on the recovery. And right back out goes Wells. Jacqueline Wells, that one over the net. Delivery from Sommerfeld. Touched over, and there's Wells. Jacqueline Wells from Florida finally puts some real power behind one. And Wells gets Arlington back within 9. Well, that scoreboard is not right. The scoreboard in the arena says 13. It should be 15 for Arlington. Wells. Here come the Patriots again. Manhattan's just got to find a hole here. Not yet. Arlington Baptist on the comeback trail. They're within 3. Timeout, Lauren Sanders. Well, those are your semifinals. Rick Cooper will have the call live here on Torbo Sports Group. Meanwhile, Arlington Baptist College taking a 1-0 lead. Played better early in the sets the last 2 games, and they've sort of held on late to win. But here's Arlington, their third 2-0 lead out of 4 games. Wells. Very nice. Points count the same no matter how you get them. Wells, and she's getting into a groove. And if that happens, Manhattan Christian's in trouble. Got to keep the ball away from Wells. Well, it's off of Smith, and Manhattan Christian gets the ball back. McNellis to serve. Mary Frances McNellis, a native of Manhattan, Kansas. Wells, again, you have to keep the ball away from her. She is just so powerful. Tallest player on the floor. Looks the part. Wells, every time she gets power behind it, it's a point for the Patriots. There is no way she misses. She's so strong. Just a freshman. And Arlington Baptist takes the lead. So we'll see if they open up a big lead here. Wells. Manhattan Christian College has not stopped Jacqueline Wells once when she hits down on the ball. It has not happened. She is perfect when she hits down on the ball. That's got to be the play for Arlington Baptist. Get the ball to 13. Cheadle. Myers sets up Wells. And for the first time, Manhattan Christian defends a Wells kill. Doesn't matter. It's Smith, and Arlington Baptist has won the ball game. A come-from-behind victory for the Patriots.